Hi, I'm Monica Christofferson with Efficient Organization, and I am a professional organizer and productivity consultant. And talking about productivity and efficiency and focus is a passion of mine. And today I wanted to talk about delegation because I see delegation as a great tool for working with focus. So I'm going to share a little screen share with you here. Pull that up. Okay, we're going to talk about delegation. Again, using delegation as a productivity tool is very powerful. It is not a downfall if you need to pass something on to someone else. So really embrace this as a way to work more efficiently and with more focus. I want to start with a little bit of delegation math because you might think, well, I can just do it faster myself. It's easier if I just do it on my own and not take the time to train someone. So I want to look at some numbers. Now, hang in there with me because they're not exactly perfect. It's based on working basically every week of the year, but at least this gives you an idea. So you have a task. It takes you 27 minutes and you do that once a week. You know that it's going to take somebody about 3 hours to train on this. You're going to have to sit and take your time and energy and effort to show them things, to answer questions. So that's where you might say, it's just faster if I do it myself. But let's look at some numbers. 27 minutes once a week. And you're doing that for 52 weeks. I guess you're not getting a vacation this year. That adds up to 1,404 minutes. Now you divide that by 60 and you get 23 hours and 24 minutes. So if you spend 3 hours the first year training someone, so you're delegating that task, it frees up 20 hours and 24 minutes in your first year of your time. So that gives you a lot more time to work on something else that's more beneficial for you. So it can be worth it to take the time, the energy, and the effort to pass something on to someone else. Now, I know realistically we can't pass everything on that we don't like to do, but there are some things that we can pass on, and hopefully you will look for some things that you can pass along and delegate with the 6 C's. Let's find out what those are. What are they? The first C is to choose the right person. Choose someone who can do this task as well as you can, or even better than you can. Maybe somebody else has that skill that you're not as strong on. It's a task that you don't enjoy, and you can pass it on to the right person who can train and do that just as easily or even better than you can. Choose the right person. The next C is clarify what needs to be done. So you're communicating, this is what I need you to do. This is the task, and you start training them on how to do that. The next C is to confirm the other person understands your request, that they understand what you're asking. This might seem really basic. I told you this, you understood it. But if you've ever had a teenager and you ask them to make their bed or clean their room, you go back 3 hours later and you say, why didn't you make your bed or clean your room? And they look at you with a blank face and they say, I didn't know you wanted me to do that. It just goes to show sometimes we think we're telling somebody something, we think they hear it or they understand it, but sometimes we really have to confirm that each person is on the same page. The next C is sharing a completion date. When do you need this done by? So you're both on the same page, possibly a date really on the calendar, written down, typed in, whatever it is, so that you both know this is when this has to be done. It might be a date on the calendar. It could just be this is a task that has to be done every Friday. So just making sure that you're both on the same page for that. And then the next C is to have a checkpoint date or dates, depending on how big this project is. You've trained somebody, they're new at it. You may just have to check in to see how's it going. Do they have any questions? If this is something that's due in just a few days, maybe you just need one quick little check-in. If this is a really long project, so it's going to take 3 months to complete, you probably want some regular check-in dates. And maybe as you see that they're going the right direction, you're able to stretch those out a little bit, but you don't want to get to the end, to the due date, that date on the calendar, and find out things were done incorrectly. So checking in along the way So if anything needs to be changed or corrected, you have time on your side and it doesn't turn into a panicky situation. The next C is the last C, and that would be sharing consequences with them. It doesn't necessarily mean it's about discipline. It could simply just mean if this doesn't get done by this date or this time, here's what could happen. It might be a financial consequence to the company, it could be the loss of business. Again, just being on the same page. So you're a team and you know why you're trying to do what you're trying to do and when you want to have it done. So sharing consequences. I want you to think about what you can delegate. So do you have some things that you can delegate that maybe you procrastinate on? Maybe you're dragging your feet, you don't like to do it, you stress about it when you have to do it. Maybe it's not in your wheelhouse. It might be something you're just not really that good at. There's other things that I'm sure you are good at, and there are strong skills that you have, but maybe this particular task isn't one of them. It could just be a task that you know somebody else can do it better, more efficiently, they're faster, they have more knowledge than you do. So look for those things, jot down a list, see what you can realistically pass on. Depending on what you do, if you're a sole proprietor, it may mean that you're hiring somebody to do some other tasks for you. So to summarize, find the right people for the job, take the time to train, place your time and your energy where it serves you best. So where do you want to put your focus? Where can you work efficiently? I hope that helps give you some tips and ideas and gets you thinking about delegating and what you want to delegate and who you might be able to delegate to. Again, I am a professional organizer and productivity consultant. I am available to work one-on-one with clients or with teams or even virtually. So I hope that helps and I hope you have a great day.